smoke came back in, but we're way up off a new road here, heading up a different valley. So we're up like 3 sub-valleys now. Rarely used road, but I'd imagine that the views are pretty incredible if the smoke hadn't came in. Pretty awesome. Up here, wanted to explore one more road before I gotta go do some editing, but I can do that anywhere. I mean, I can edit up here too, but I'll probably go back to the river. Nice campsite down there. Wow, always blows my mind how quick a guy gets up here, right? Like, you just crawl up the road, you just creep little bit by little bit, going nice and slow, trying not to stir up dust because it gets all over my sleeping bag. But you just keep crawling up, and next thing you know, you're like way up there. This road hasn't been used in a long time for logging anyhow. It's got these ruts from runoff. Oh yeah. I've been looking at that little mountain there. Real brown. Oh, you got lots of mineralization. So it's nice to get a look back in here, but now I can see it ends in a low pass over there. It's kind of not much up here, just a lot of trees and dusty roads and trees, logging cuts. Oh, speaking of dust, it's blew right in. Great for views. If the smoke wasn't here, I'm sure a guy could see way down the valley. I had to, like yesterday, the smoke had cleared up. A high pressure came in and it blew it all away. And so last night I got to see the clouds. And I realized that's what this area is all about too, is another beautiful thing out here. Because of the big trench, all the Rockies right there, they shoot the clouds way up into the air. So it's high-flying clouds, and they make some really pretty formations. So I got to see that last night. And this morning it was gone again too. I think it came in first thing, but then it cleared up and it was really windy again. And then just when I went to go eat my oats there, it blew in again. So it's really spotty. I think there's a big fire close by. What a cool road. One of those roads that it's hard for a guy to turn around on. I was just sitting here thinking, like, wow, what a day. Like, these last couple days, just to have the smoke clear out like that, and I'm sitting in the forest, the wind in the trees, I'm literally sitting down in the grass picking wild strawberries, because that's the easiest way to see them all. I got all that canyon and waterfall below me, and it was a Kodak moment, boys. This is quite the road. Like, the logging on that side is extensive. Same with on this side, but this thing, it takes you like right up to this mountain. good for us, like me, I'm into the snowboarding, right? And to remember all these roads and where they go, because we'll come up here on the snowmobiles and the split boards and we can go ride that. Like, it's pretty awesome when you can ride that. So that's what BC's all about, snowboarding and the skiing. So most of the guys my age are into it, and it's a lot of fun. Like, it's so gray in the winter, all it does is snow, and there's nothing else to do. So if you're not into that, then you just sit at home all day. So it's good for a guy to remember all these little zones, because everybody's got their special little zones, and like, I think this is going to become one of mine. This here is called the Cross River Corral West Forest Service Road. Really good roads out here. It's all about the local materials that they have. Here they got some culverts stored. They always need lots of culverts, right? When you're building roads out here, it's water's running everywhere. So culvert is the name of the game. Those ones are broken. But really good roads, because the materials around here, there's lots of sand and small gravel and stuff. And here we go, we reached the end. Looks like a guy can go higher right there. I don't know about crossing that deactivation ditch. Looks like other people have turned around here. I'm gonna just throw on a shirt, guys, before I get out and start filming. So if you could just bear with me and clean myself up a little for you, I'll show you the rest of the zone. I gotta do up my pants too. I'm so fat that I'm taking off the belt buckle there when I sit down in the truck. Dead quiet up here. It's the first thing I'm noticing. Here they've deactivated it, but guys have ran their quads down here to get further in. Really quiet. And it basically ends in this mountain. The valley's basically over. A lot of this shale out here, eh? I showed you guys before. I found a place over there, there's like oil coming out of the ground. And I know they mine oil and shale. Well, I know a spot over there where there's a deposit. It's like the oil's coming right out of the ground. And it's mixed all in with this shale rock. So I might go ahead and take a walk around that corner there. Grab my walking stick and my backpack. It really does get you pretty close to this thing. Looks like a good zone to ride the snowmobiles in. And the snowboards, man. That's the other thing I wanted to say to you guys while I've got you here on video. Look at the truck. It's like the truck's alive out here. It's like another person. It's got a real life to it. Every time I look at it, it looks so good out here. It doesn't look that good in town. Out here, it looks happy. And I'll see it. Like this morning when I'm eating strawberries on the trail, I look back and there it is, just chilling, eh? So a guy could probably get the pickup through this with a bit of fandangling. come and kind of go that way, but I doubt it leads to very much. We'll walk up a little ways here. This is kind of just a little sub peak of that one up there. But yeah, the truck, like, it's just, I swear it takes on like a life out here. And it's running so well and working so good for me. It's got a squeaky wheel bearing, but that's about it. And I think it likes this stuff too. You get it in town too much and it starts to break and doesn't run very good. Out here it just fires right up and just crawls around everywhere, runs like a top. My brother was saying the other day to me how it's crazy how much I've put that truck through, and I think it's got a soul and we're intertwined now. Hey, like we're together in this, and I take it into these places and it makes it happy. It wants to do this sort of stuff. It's still got it. And it's an old girl, but it's still got it. Well, it likes to come into these zones, right? So it's a good thing we didn't come across the culvert, because this doesn't go very much of anywhere. So not much to see today. There's another big one up there. But the smoke seems to be rolling in thick. Cool, man. I just like, oh, there's a big avalanche path coming out of the big Cahoon. I just like that it's this quiet out here, and I know I'm not going to see any yahoos come ripping up the road on side-by-sides. The side-by-sides are a real menace. And they're not even fun. Like, I don't get it. Like, when I buy something for off-road, it's a dirt bike. Dirt bikes are fun because you ride them. You got to actually have some skill. Side-by-side, you just step on the gas and go. Like, you can do anything in them. You're a hero. People think they're, like, really good side-by-side drivers. I know there's, like, full channels and stuff. Side-by-side this and side-by-side that. And no offense to those guys. I'm sure they're great guys, but get a bike. Or, like, worst case, a four-wheeler, which a lot of people call an ATV or quad. At least then you're on something, like you're out, like you're not just sitting down with a steering wheel. Like, so I just take my truck and go do that stuff. That's for people that they're too scared to actually ride a bike. So they get in this thing. They're in a roll cage and everything. And it's kind of ruined a lot of the bush, because now all these people, they, like, anybody can take them out, right? And go up in the woods and go anywhere now. And so before, you would have needed to be able to ride a dirt bike or at least a ATV to get into those areas. So now it's just like opened up access. So now you'll be in these areas in the middle of nowhere, and these yahoos will just come ripping up, and they're so loud, and they're side-by-sides, and they don't ever even get out. They drive over everything, like over all the trees and the bush and over all the plants, just wreck a bunch of stuff. And they're just like maniac about it, right? And so it's provided all these people that wouldn't normally be ATVing or going into these places, now they can with these side-by-sides, right? It's usually rich people with like a ton of money, because the things are like 15, 20 grand. And so they always trailer them to the trailhead. And anyways, I'm not trying to hate on, if you guys are into side-by-sides, that's all good. That's my take on them. They're kind of a new thing. When I was a kid, it was dirt bikes and quads. And so anyways, I'm happy to be out here where I know I'm not going to see any of those people that are like just trying to do that. So that's going to be it for this video. I just wanted to show you guys a bit of this zone, this drive I was on. I got 3 videos now made today. So like I might have to do multiple uploads in a day just to get these all out. But thanks for watching. We're going to go back down and edit these up.